Shalom, Israel. I'm doing a quick video about fringes and tzitzits. A lot of people are starting to wear tzitzits in place of wearing fringes around the borders of their garments. Some Israelites are saying that Esau got it from us and that we can wear tzitzits. We don't have to wear fringes. That tzitzits on the four corners is the same as wearing fringes. And so I'm here to give information on whether it's lawful to wear tzitzits, or if it's not lawful, is it lawful to wear fringes? What are we to wear? Or can you wear either one? Okay, let's go to where people get the tzitzits from. Okay, if you go to Deuteronomy verse 22 or 22 and 12, it says, "Thou shalt make the fringes upon the four quarters of thy vesture, wherewith thou coverest thee thyself." The way people read this, they say, "Thou shalt wear the fringes upon the four corners." It doesn't say corners; it said quarters. Okay, how much is a quarter? It's 25%. It's 25 cents. It's a quarter. You take four quarters and you got $1. You take 25% times 4 and you got 100%. So a quarter is telling you it means border. Another word for quarter is border. So it's not talking about one spot on each corner. It's talking about the border of the garment, the four borders. It's not a border is more than one spot on a garment. A border is a particular area. The four borders, when someone say we border Mexico, it's not talking about one spot. There's a long border. Okay. So when it's talking about, we're going to go to the same verse in the American Standard Version. It says, "Thou shalt make thee fringes upon the four borders of thy vesture, wherewith thou coverest thyself." See how in another version it calls it borders. The four borders. Four borders. One calls it quarters. They're the same thing. A quarter is 25%. If you're doing 4 times 25, you equals 100%. You need to have your fringes around the full 100% of that vesture, that garment. That's the four borders. That's the four quarters, not four corners like Israelites try to say, because they don't read well. It's quarters, not corners. Okay? If here's an example that I put down to kind of show you an example of a garment, the borders of a garment. If you notice on the top, it says 25%, and it says a quarter. See, that whole area at the top is 25%. And then if you look to the left, there's another 25% for that border. And then the other 25% for that border or that quarter. And then the other 25% for that quarter. All that, the four quarters equal 100%. Okay, so 25% plus 25% plus 25% plus 25% equal 100%. So the scripture is saying that you're to put fringes upon 100% of your vesture. The four quarters, 100% of your vesture, wherewith thou coverest thyself. You cover yourself around your whole body, not just on 4 points. Okay? That's what the Jewish people do. We don't follow them. We do what the scriptures say. It says to put it around the four quarters, not four corners, but the four quarters. Okay, and that's why it also matches the other scripture that we will get to. But I just want to show you here Also, you got 25 cents plus 25 cents plus 25 cents plus 25 cents equal $1. 100%. A quarter plus a quarter plus a quarter plus a quarter is a $1. Okay, 100% of the garment. You'll read some scriptures that say the the north quarter, that means the north border. The north border is not one spot. It's a whole border that it's referring to. And then you have the south border. This is the south. And then you got the east border. That's the east border. Then look at here on the bottom. It says the west border. That's the west border. You put all those pieces together, you have a full circle. Okay. Let's go to Joshua 15, verse 5 and 6. And the east border was the Salt Sea. So was it saying the Salt Sea was in one little dot? No, it's a whole border. The east border was the Salt Sea, even until the end of Jordan. So it's a whole border. And their border in the north quarter. See, the north quarter. The north border was from the bay of the sea at the uttermost part of Jordan. So that's another quarter. And the border went up to Beth-Holah and passed along the north of Beth-Arabah. And the border went up to the stone of Bohan, the son of Reuben. See, it's talking about borders or quarters, different things. It said east border, and then in verse 5 it said east border, then it says north quarter. See, a border and a quarter is the same thing. It's talking about a particular area. It's not one spot. That's why you can't put one fringe or one tassel on four corners, because that's not a whole border. You must put it on the whole north border and the whole south border and the whole east border and the whole west border. That will make a complete circle. Joshua 18, verse 14. And the border was drawn thence and compassed the corner of the sea southward from the hill that lieth before Bethhoron southward. And the goings out thereof were at Kirjathbaal, which Kirjathbaal, a city of children of Judah. This was the west quarter. See, this was the west quarter, the west border, a city of the children of Judah. This was the west quarter or the west border. It wasn't one spot. A border is, the border to Mexico is just not one spot. It's a big territory. See, a quarter is a particular territory, a whole area. Okay? A quarter is not one spot. Exodus 13, verse 7. Unleavened bread shall be eaten 7 days, and there shall no leavened bread be seen with thee, neither shall there be leaven seen with thee in all thy quarters. That means anywhere, not one spot, not just in your bathroom, but the whole border of your house. There should be no leaven for 7 days. The whole house, the whole border, the whole quarters, all the quarters. It said, neither shall there be leaven seen with thee in all thy quarters. All 4 quarters of your home, there is no leaven to be. It's not talking about one spot. You can't have no leaven in that one corner. And you can't have leaven in another corner. It can't be anywhere in the borders of your home. So you can't put a fringe on a corner. It's talking about a whole border. So your fringes are supposed to go around the whole border of your garment. Numbers 15, verse 37 through 41. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, speaking to the children of Israel, and bid them that they make fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations, and that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue. See, the borders, not a corner, not in four corners, but the borders, all four borders, all four quarters. It's saying the same thing. But what the Israelites do, because they're lazy and they want the easy way out, they just want to put four little strings on the four corners of their garment and pretend that that's saying quarters, or that it's okay because they can't read correctly, or either they just want to do what they want to do. It's not lawful to wear tzitzits. That's against the Israelite law. You're to wear fringes on the borders of your garment throughout your generations, and a ribbon of blue. The borders, the quarters, the four quarters, 100% of your garment. And it shall be unto your friends that ye shall look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord and do them. And that ye seek not after your own heart and your own eyes, after which ye used to go a whoring, that ye may remember and do all my commandments and be holy unto your God. I am the Lord your God, which brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am the Lord your God. See, he wants you to be able to look upon the borders of your garment, around the whole garment, around the four quarters of your garment, not the four corners of a garment, because the scripture don't say to put the one little tiny string on the four corners. It says, thou shalt make the fringes upon the four quarters, 100% of your vesture or your garment, wherewith thou coverest thyself. Do you cover yourself just at 4 points, or you cover yourself around the whole? Do you wear something around your whole body, or only on 4 spots on your body, and the rest of your body is open? Your body, your whole circle of your body is covered. That's why I said that you're to put the fringe on the 4 quarters of the vesture, wherewith thou coverest thyself. You cover yourself at all 360 degrees. 100% you cover yourself, not 5%. When you put 4 tassels, 4 tzitzits, then you're only covering 5% or 3% of your body. It says that you're supposed to cover 100% of your body. Also, the Israelites are in all 4 corners or 4 quarters of the earth. We're not just in one spot in the north, one spot in the south, one spot in the east, and one spot in the west. We're on the whole borders of the world. You're going to find Israelites. So you must wear fringes on the 4 quarters of your shirt, all 100% of your shirt, the 4 quarters, the 4 borders of your shirt. A border, like I said, covers the whole area. You have the north border, which is 25%. You have the south border, which is 25%. You have the west border, which is 25%. You have the east border, which is 25%. That equals 100% coverage. I hope that makes sense. I'll show you some pictures of fringes on the borders of your garment, correct? Not the little tzitzits that is incorrect. That's against the law. You're breaking the Most High's law by putting tzitzits on your shirt. You're to wear fringes on all 4 quarters of your shirt, of your garment, throughout your generation. And with that, I say shalom.